Did you know that there's a brand new B&M Wing Coaster being built in Germany? And the park that this wing coaster is being built at is going to surprise you. That's because this project is going to be B&M's first installation at a Legoland theme park. Yes, Legoland Germany, and this park currently offers 3 roller coasters, but the last one being built in 2003, 1 year after the park opened up. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly why this news is huge for not only Legoland, but for Merlin Entertainment and all of their parks. So late last night, a good buddy of mine sent me a picture of this new B&M Wing Coaster that I honestly had no idea there was even a thing. And next thing you know, I look at it and I do some research and I find out that it's at a Legoland park, which is kind of mind-boggling because these wing coasters, pretty intense rides, but yet it's out of Legoland, which is very family focused. But the great thing is, this is more of a mini wing coaster, and it's going to feature 2 inversions. I was able to find the layouts off of Reddit as well, so let's take a deep dive into exactly what riders will expect when they come ride this new roller coaster that's going to be opening in 2023. And a huge shout out goes to Coaster Friends for giving us this great image of the exact layout of the new coaster. And as you can see, going down the first drop, you're going to curve to the left and into like an upward spiral helix, which reminds me of Vortex here at Carowinds right after the dive, after the loop. It's a pretty similar element to that. And that's going to be really cool being on a wing coaster going through that element. And believe it or not, but this coaster again has 2 inversions. And the first one looks to be like a corkscrew or a rollover flip. And then you're going to go into a very sharp 90-degree turn that travels underneath that inversion. And then you're going to go over a hill over the other part of the track that you just went through into the final inversion, which looks to be a long 0G roll or a barrel roll. Next up, you're going to experience a sharp turn to the left into the brake run. Now, obviously, this roller coaster is not on the larger scale, but that's perfectly okay because this coaster is going to do great things for Legoland because it actually gives riders who want a little bit more thrill a chance to experience that while at Legoland. In my opinion, this is a great move for the Legoland parks and Merlin Entertainment. I really do feel as if the Legoland theme parks definitely need a little bit more of a thrill coaster in their parks. Now, obviously not a 150-foot tall coaster, but something along this size does great things for the park. And I gotta say, I really love how this new B&M Wing Coaster plays off the terrain. But what I love most about this coaster is probably the color scheme. I love, and I mean love, the light blue track with the dark black supports. It just pops and looks great, and I really wish more coasters would incorporate this color scheme because I think it's one of the best looking ones out there. So how does this coaster affect the other Merlin parks? And could we see Legoland Florida actually open up the first B&M Wing Coaster in the entire state of Florida? I mean, that's crazy talk because I always thought Busch Gardens or SeaWorld would become the first park to open one of these. But since this coaster is being built in Germany at a Legoland park, I'm sure Merlin would want to add something like this to Florida to really attract the thrill seekers to Legoland as well. Give the teens something else to ride other than Coastersaurus, even though that's actually a pretty good wooden coaster. Now you probably know, at least you should know by now, that another Merlin park is getting another B&M Wing Coaster, and that is Chessington World of Adventures, and they're planning on adding a brand new B&M launched wing coaster that is going to open up in their new Jumanji themed area that's going to feature 1 inversion, I believe, and it's B&M's first take at a shuttle coaster. Now, this means we have 2 B&Ms coming to a Merlin park in 2023, plus Alton Tower is building a potential coaster in 2024, which I believe is an indoor coaster, Secret Weapon 9, and Thorpe Park's long-awaited hypercoaster that seems to be going through the approval process as we speak. So this is huge news for the Merlin parks because they're obviously still working with B&M and now possibly a mock for the hypercoaster at Thorpe Park, which is great. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the next few installments of coasters are for the parks, because I definitely feel as if they kind of hit a nice little niche with these mini B&M wing coasters. So I could definitely see one being built at a different Legoland or another Merlin park. Either way, I'm really excited for the future of, these mini B&M coasters as well as the Merlin parks, because this is a huge step. You're adding mega coasters again, and obviously Merlin parks have kind of gone on a roller coaster, if you will, of when they add new rides. It seems like every year new parks get stuff, then they kind of take a break for a few years. So it's really exciting to see this. But again, I really do think that Florida, be on the lookout. We know there's a lot of room left over there for future coasters and rides. And Florida is obviously the theme park hotspot in the entire world. So I really do feel as if something along the lines of this could very well end up being built at Legoland Florida, maybe 2024, 2025, who knows? But I'm very intrigued by this. I honestly love the layout, love everything about this ride, and I honestly think that this coaster is going to be the perfect stepping stone ride for younger thrill seekers getting into the bigger coasters. So good job, Legoland Germany, good job, Merlin, and great job, B&M. And I hope that you enjoyed my new studio setup. So if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to give the video a like. Also, what are your thoughts about this mini B&M Wing Coaster? Please let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.